How's it going, guys? Fanboys Unleashed here. Fortunately, we do not have Mike with us today. I will be reviewing this movie by myself. He is actually out of town performing mating rituals on my sister. Yes, so today I did get to see the movie Jersey Boys, which I'll be telling you about. And it's about four guys from Jersey, the wrong side of town, who formed the iconic rock band from the 1960s, The Four Seasons. Yeah. So in this film, what we have is a story basically of Frankie Valli. I mean, the whole movie centered off of him. Playing him is John Lloyd Young, and to be quite honest, I thought he did a stellar job. There was no problem with the acting whatsoever. So how this movie goes is, Frankie's a younger kid, and a guy who's like an older brother to him, Tommy DeVito, kind of sets him up and is like, look, you're gonna sing for me, and this is how everything is gonna go. And then from then on, it kind of just the story unfolds. So I'm not really gonna give too much away on that. Well, anyways, so that being said, I mean, this is the first time I've ever sat in a theater and really wanted to actually sing the entire time. It's pretty weird. It must be how little girls felt during Frozen. Anyways, I mean, it was a good movie all the way around. I had no real issues with it. Like I said a minute ago, the acting is phenomenal. Christopher Walken's in this movie. He kind of plays more of a side character. He's not in it very often, but the scenes that he is in, I mean, they're great. Just like any other Christopher Walken film you ever seen. Whenever he's in a scene, it's intense and it's great. This film, he doesn't really give as much of his comedic relief that you normally get, from his parts in Wedding Crashers or Joe Dirt, for small examples. It's more of, straight down to earth. He's got more of that mafia tone that he has. As far as graphics go in this movie, I mean, obviously it's not a real graphics-driven kind of film. There's a few parts that you can kind of tell that the CG wasn't that strong in. But then again, if you're going to be watching Jersey Boys, you're not really going in there to see graphics such as, you would see in Godzilla or How to Train Your Dragon 2. You're just not going to get it. There's a scene where they're driving the car and they got like that green screen that you would normally see in an Albert Hitchcock kind of film. So I mean, you can't really knock on that. I mean, you can, but it's too small. It's way too small of a portion of the film to even be nitpicking on. It's just not that important. It's just not a graphics film. So my final words in this film, it was enjoyable. The cast was great. The script was great. The music was great. Everything was just laid out. There really isn't too much nitpick about this film. And, a guy like me who likes to pick shit apart really didn't have much to say about this. I must admit, though, there were times where I kind of got lost in the film, and I didn't realize that I was in a theater. Like, it completely took me out of that. My phone was vibrating in my pocket, so I kind of was taken out of the film for a second. But from when it started, I mean, till that point, which was an hour and 45 minutes into the film, I kind of forgot that I was in a theater. So this is kind of how this film goes. It really sucks you in. It really makes you forget what you're doing. It makes you really invested in these characters. It's entertaining all the way around. I mean, granted, I was the youngest guy or the youngest person, I should say, in the theater by at least 45 years. Yeah, but, I mean, even so, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I know all these songs. I've heard them a million times, and they're hits, dude, and it's a great story, So, if my personal rating on this film, I'm going to have to go ahead and give it a 9. It's good stuff, man. I highly recommend it. Go to the theater. Bring your grandpa if you want. It's probably a little too complex for the kids. They're not really going to be following along. They're going to get bored. They're going to lose interest. So, if you have that friend of yours who likes music films and, story-style films, not just action-packed, blowing shit up, this will be the film for you. But that'll do it for this review. Next week, we'll have Mike back. And, yeah, hit that subscribe button if you like what you see. and let us know your thoughts. Did you see this movie? What do you think? Have a good night. Thank you.